This entire pizza crust alone has 33 grams of protein in it. All you need is one blender, 5 ingredients, and 2 minutes of prep time, and you'll have a pizza crust that is so dang good. And no, it's not soggy or floppy or cardboardy. That sounds like fun to you. Make sure you guys subscribe below because I do all sorts of high protein, delicious plant-based recipes. And let's get into this pizza crust. Grab a blender. All right, people, I maybe got a little bit carried away. Don't grab your blender yet. We gotta soak the lentils first. I've got 1 cup of split red lentils and I've got 1 1/3 cup of soy milk. You can use any plant milk you like. Soy is just what I have, what I like, and what I use. We gotta soak the red lentils overnight or at least 6 hours because we want them to plump up and absorb a lot of that water so that when we blend them, the batter that we get is thicker and makes a better pizza crust. Otherwise, you'll have a runny batter, which will basically turn into a crepe instead of a pizza crust, which is not what we want. So before you soak them, rinse them. We don't want any weird debris in our lentils. Into a little bowl or a jar. Am I using a glass teapot? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Pour in your milk, give it a mixy, cover it, and let it soak overnight, like I said. Ooh, my oven's preheated. What could possibly be next? Now, when the 6 hours or overnight has passed, your lentils should turn out looking something like this. Beautifully plumped up, most of the liquid has been absorbed, but there's still a little bit left over. It's kind of like a porridgey situation. This is good. And now we just throw the soaked red lentils right into a blender, along with 1/2 cup of oat flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of some salt, and 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar to help activate the baking powder and give the pizza crust some lift. Now, just slap a lid on her and blend until you have a nice, smooth, kind of thick batter. 30 seconds is probably all you would need at most, but this is pretty much the consistency you're looking for. Almost like pancake batter, maybe a little bit thicker. It is worth noting, in case I didn't mention it, which I know I didn't mention it, this recipe makes 2 pizza crusts. Yay, more pizza. So note how much batter is in your blender. I've got like two and a bit cups, so each crust should be about 1 heaping cup of batter, okay? We've got our parchment lined pizza trays. All we're gonna do is measure out that 1-ish cups of dough and simply pour it directly on top of the parchment paper. Try your best to aim kind of directly in the center. And then what you can do is one of 2 things. You can kind of hold the parchment down with your fingers and kind of just gently rotate the pan so that it spreads and creates a wider crust. That's one way to do it. Or you can take a spoon and just kind of very gently spread it out with the back of the spoon here until you get about, I'd say anywhere from 8 to 10 inches is good. I have made this recipe as a thinner crust, like 10 to 12 inch pizza, but I've also kept it pretty close to this shape, maybe even smaller, and had a thicker, smaller crust, and both are great options. I do try to spread out a little bit extra towards the edges so that the edges have a thicker outer crust, you know, kind of like a regular pizza crust, and make it a little bit thinner in the middle. There we go, pizza crust, boom, and repeat. Whee! Into the oven we go. Bye-bye. All right, so here's the deal. We cook them at 425 for 20 minutes. We're gonna flip them over halfway through. This is just to ensure that the bottoms don't burn and the crusts cook evenly and they're just, you know, beautiful and wonderful. Now, another step that you could do to make these pizza crusts taste so good is if you subscribe below to Steamy Vegan. Yeah, I know, seems crazy that would help, but it's true. Subscribing for free not only gives you delicious pizza crusts, but a ton of other high protein, plant-based, delicious recipes that I post at least twice a week. So yeah. Oh, and you could also like this video while you're at it. It's right down there. Thanks. Okay, people, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not an absolutely legit pizza crust. It is perfectly golden on both sides. It's still got a little bit of bendiness to it. It's soft in the middle. I know you can't see that yet, but you will shortly. It's honestly so awesome. And now at this stage, it's ready to either be topped with all of your favorite pizza toppings and thrown back in the oven for probably 6 to 8 minutes more. And at that point, the crust will get even crispier and crunchier, if you like, you know, kind of a crispy crust. Or you can let it cool to room temperature and pop it in the freezer if you want to save it for another night. If you don't like your pizza crusts this firm, you can totally cook it for about 5 minutes of less time total. So cook it for about 15 instead of 20. I personally like a little bit of crisp to my pizza crusts. Oh, I'm so excited. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how to make, you know, your own pizza. If you've got your own favorite toppings that you put on your pizza every pizza night, you do that. What I'm doing is what I feel like eating tonight. So for the sauce, I'm gonna use barbecue sauce because I love barbecue pizzas. Oh yes. We're gonna add some chopped mushrooms, some green bell peppers, maybe some homemade quick pickled red onions. Recipe below in my video description, and some vegan cheese. I love Daya's mozzarella. I find it melts really nicely, and a tip is put your cheese on top or close to the top because it melts better that way. And then for a little extra protein boost, we're gonna add some of my homemade TVP sausage crumbles. 1, 2, 3. You guys, do you see what I'm seeing? This is not squishy. This isn't gummy and condensed and compact. There's air bubbles in here. There's lift. There's a crust on the bottom, and on the top, there's some crispy action going on here. This thing is springy. Wow. I'm getting ready for it. Getting ready. Counter slapping good, you guys. That is honestly a completely legit pizza crust. There is nothing about this that goes, something's wrong with this pizza crust. Everything is right with this pizza crust. It's healthy, high fiber, delicious, holds its shape, and made with lentils, you guys. And a total of 5 ingredients. You seriously cannot not make this. This is banging, and you guys need to try it now. If you guys are looking for other fun ways to make a high protein pizza crust out of tofu, you guys can watch this video right up here. Don't forget to subscribe below, you guys, and like this video if you loved watching today. And I will see you in another video, I hope, real soon. Ta-ta! Eating lentil pizza.